What's going on? What's going on? Brutus here with a, I guess a tip video. I guess we're going to call this cleanup. We'll call this a cleanup video. I'll put it under cleanup. A lot of people have been asking for more cleanup style videos. I like doing them. God, I don't know if I should call it something else though. You know, I used to have a successful failure. Not used to, I do. Successful failure episode. It's hard for me to differentiate what a successful failure episode versus cleanup is, because on the failure videos, I feel only at 10s and 11s, I feel bad if I don't actually show the one that cleared the base. Maybe I'll just have to accept that that's the way it's going to be, and you guys have to believe me, I guess. Pull a Donald Trump on y'all. Believe me that the base was eventually cleared. But anyway, I'm going to do a cleanup video. Whatever. I don't know what I'm going to title this thing. Let's with 10v11, specifically 10v11. So just some added advice. What we're going to do with that is first take a pause at AintNobody's 300th win. I can't woo right now, so just pretend it's a woo. I'll give a golf clap instead. All right, moving on. No, but seriously, 300 wins. So proud of these guys. I say it enough on videos, but I'm going to say it again. I may hold the title leader with AintNobody, but I am not leading this clan, folks. The co-leaders are, and most importantly, the elders and you ever see those businesses like, we're employee owned? I swear to God, that's what this clan is. So props goes to them. You guys formed this, man. Nice job. So we're going to use some of that as we did what is, I feel, customary if you're not going to do an Rage War for the 300 win. We just went a giant 50 on 50 spin. Came out on top 138, 133. I will bring due respect and give a proper recap video in a separate one. Before I digress too far, let's get back to the topic at hand, and that's cleanups and dips and things like that. So I told him I was going to use this, and he's not mad at me. But let's take a look at this base. All right, so all the content we're talking about is stoned GoBo, and literally at the 10 game and especially 10v11 game, one tile makes a difference. Also the when to use a spell, when not, and then of course the angle of attack. These are the small things that we're going to focus upon on the talking points of this. So GM here, when we looked at this base, I actually thought about this angle at first. So having the eye to see these things as we go to close battle, I gotta hurry up, is step one. He saw that you could he first wanted to get rid of this bomb tower because it doesn't really work with the aggroing and taking of the golem. That bomb tower there is strategically placed so that this cannon here will snipe any wizard stepping up to try to take out the defenses. So he's forced in his plan is to get rid of this by using a loon or something, and then he gets this to bang on the wall. So here's the tip number one, because I'm gonna have a few replays. I don't want this to be too long. When you decide which angle to approach upon, there's two things you want to keep in mind, and the first thing is, can you make sure you get a really good funnel with that side? That's number one. And how you can see if you're going to get that or not is how much point defense is coming at my golem. Or in this case, which defenses are going to aggro my golem. If I didn't deal with this bomb tower, this is not a good idea to do without it, because this cannon here is going to wreck my idea. And not wizards, bowlers. It's going to just melt my bowlers. So if you put a golem on this, it's now what are you going to get from that first initial push or funnel formation of a golem and 5 bowlers with the rage on it? So if we put a golem down here and a rage and 5 bowlers, the return on investment is I get 1, 2, 3, and pretty much all this. You know, these are 3 or 4 point defenses. Not so much the eagle too much. And don't be afraid of the eagle. You really can almost ignore the eagle with this strategy. Weird, I know, but it's true. It takes so long to fire a shot. You got 3 golems and a BK. You don't have to worry about the eagle. I never do, ever, with this strategy. So if you enter from this strong side here with the defenses, that is a ton of point defense. That is like 400 plus DPS. Your golem is going to get freaking melted. So you're forced to use a rage. And if you don't use a rage, you won't get enough structures on that side It's a great part of the funnel, and then that's the way bowlers behave. Down here was a good side of the funnel. You get this, and these are our natural funnel breakers. So he's gonna jump here and then jump in there. But what I saw with this angle as we push play, and I'll tell you what I'm talking about, is he came from the short side towards the town hall. It's closer to the town hall. The golem tanks for a lot of point defenses, which is nice. You get the point defense taken away. But the time that golem brought you, yes, you took away point defenses, but you didn't get far enough to get more than the point defenses. The point defense plus the trash. What I mean by that is the non-defensive buildings. The magic number is 45. So look right here. See that? Look at the way this golem behaves. Okay, it's not too bad. But what did he get? I'll push pause. All right, he's gonna get this last one. He got the eagle out. That's gangster. All right, so the eagle stays up. Now this eagle staying up acts as a magnet for the golems to circle the base, and they don't go towards the core, freezing that in first Fertile Tower. He expected all his bowlers to be there, which was a smart idea to get in there. But he's only at 31%, so his army would have fizzled out right here anyway if he got the town hall. Let's pretend he got it. His army would have fizzled out. Yeah, he's got a 22 Archer Queen, but I'm about to show you one with a level 25. So there's two folds of this. On the angle that you're deciding to come in on, are you going to get 45 from that angle? The second part is, where do you start your funnel at? Are you going to get a return on investment for all that time that golem brings you? If your golem's getting frickin' melted, you don't enter from that side, if at all possible. The back end percentage was actually quite nice here. So let's get out of here and show you the one correction made. As soon as he got done doing it, I did attack it right after him. And because I knew he was on, and I was about to hit number 2, but I told him in the chat, I was like, I originally thought entering the side that you did, and then at the last minute I said, no, I don't want to do that. Because I felt like all the point defenses all on one side. I got 2, 4, 6, 8 different defensive buildings or structures for percentage that is so far away from the town hall. Town hall's right here, right? Look at all the point defenses. I'll pause it really quick. They don't even come into the equation of golems. They're not at all. The only one that comes close is this bad boy right here. All this point defense, not even covering the town hall. I can ignore it. What does that mean? It's more time for my golem, less point defense coming at it as we push play. And I can create a wider funnel. He didn't want to come from, and I can get deeper rather. He didn't want to come from this angle because he thought it was the long way and he would need so much troop space to get there. And I was like, all right, well, you know, do what you feel confident with. But by coming from this side, the top portion on the left side is the sacrificial funnel creator. Got more than enough. And then the entry side on the bottom here, I had 1 or maybe 2 point defense coming at me at once, which means more time. It may not. It seems like you're going far, but if I'm going through nothing but trash, that is so much time that is given to my bowlers. By the time I got to the town hall, I still got bowlers all over the place, and I'm already at 47%, and I have a king ability and a BK ability, and a queen ability still in hand. They're level 20 and 20. Come on. I mean, that alone right there illustrates my point that sometimes you don't want to go straight into the teeth of, you know, like aggroing 4-point defenses, melting your golem and not creating the funnel that you needed, or forcing a rage down there that you could possibly use in the core. So that's one example of you sometimes coming from, you got to be mindful of where the point defenses are. As we go down, it's a similar layout, but yet same fundamentals of what I was just talking through. Where am I at with this one? I didn't want to come from the top side. Look at all the point defense at the top. And then the air defense is up there as well. That just means that I'm going to get my back end 4 baby dragon percentage on the sides because all the air defenses aren't there. And you can see, hold on, maybe I do come from an angle of the top. Oh, I do, from the left side. Use the camps as natural funnel breakers. And pause. Why I started my bowlers on the bottom side here and not the top side is that because this is such a wide structure, my golems after they hit that are going to scatter. You want to try to keep your bowlers together So by taking advantage of this camp, it's a natural funnel breaker. There's nowhere else my bowlers will go except down. And the bounce that they bring, they're a ranged troop by about a tile, I believe, is their range, but then their bounce is 7 tiles. So this means that by sending them down here on the bottom side, the bounce with rage will get that mortar. There's my funnel. It's worth the investment of the rage because I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 structures as well. And the entire time I am outside of the range of this Infernal Tower, which was important why I decided to do this. And then the CC line, not even a factor. So you don't want to, and one other example I won't show on the replay, but it happened in one of the cleanups I did. The golem was sent from the wrong side, and it aggroed the hound way too early, and it throws off your flow that you have to deal with as we push play. Deal with that hound loon when your funnel doesn't work out as way that you want it. So on this one, I did go towards the town hall's in the middle, so everything's the long side. But I got 1, 2, 3 point defenses. Actually 4 with that warden, but I'm gonna go strong on the top side. And again, the reason why I don't want to send golems bowlers from the top side is I want the bounce to create that natural funnel. But a nice wall, and then I use 2 jumps for no excuse to get to the town hall. My golem on the bottom just broke in 2, so now I have unhindered approach straight to the town hall. There was some open spaces there, so I brought a heal just in case. And plus I am going through a bomb tower. Bowlers versus the bomb tower really isn't an issue because they can take it out from afar. As you take a look at it right down here, it blows up and they didn't even get touched. So I don't care about bomb towers whenever I'm going with this because the range will blow them up before I get down there. I took out all the point defenses in the core. There's nothing really there with the range left. I knew the ability guarantees the town hall. So let's bounce out of here and let's look at a more meta. 2 attacks that are meta, and you guys, I'll talk through both of them, and both were cleanups. So hang tight. With this one here, again, it is a cleanup. I had mentioned in the raid just before this that the golem was sent from the wrong side. The first attack, if you look at this CC line, it is going to, it's just inside the mortar. So we're going to send a mortar. We're going to send a golem at this mortar. When the mortar goes down, it's going to go within the line. The golem's just going to just graze it. He's going to aggro the CC. I don't believe that was part of his plan, but that really threw everything off. And yeah, so let's just push replay and just reinforcing everything I said earlier in the other raids because I don't want the video to be too long. So this was the second attack on this base. I want to hit it from one inferno at a time. Might need to edit that out. If not, it's all good. The infernal tower is like this, which means that I don't have to worry about the infernal tower on my bowlers until after the jump. Same thing with the CC line. I don't have to worry about my queen being stuck on the hound, being hung back until after I jump in. So send the golem from a unique, the top part first. There's that camp. There's the 5 bowlers. There's the rage. Because I don't want my army on the top to circle around to the left. So that's the reason for the rage. Look at the reach that these bowlers get. Look that archer top. That air defense going down is the eye of the reach of the 7 tiles that you're looking for. And then this golem down here on the bottom aggroed this archer tower, which is in range of this cannon and this cannon, as well as this mortar. This wizard tower is just on the inside of the camp. So once I push play, look at that. So now I got a strong funnel on the top side, wicked strong funnel on the bottom side. I may have lost some tankage with that golem on the bottom. I don't care. Everybody goes into the party. There is absolute zero excuse for them not to go straight into the town hall. And remember, the queen ability guarantees me to get the town hall. Meanwhile, top side, I made a mistake here. Look at the loon at the top at 12 o'clock. I should have sent it from the right of the elixir storage. I don't. I mess up. I was trying to fish out a Black Sam. There is one there, except my baby drag found it. If anything, I sent it too early. But anyway, the baby dragons are guaranteed for the rest of the percent. So there's that one. Let's bounce out of here and look at one more, and we'll call it a video. Again, this is a cleanup. Let's push replay on this one. All right, so this also here. This also was on a different recap, recycled base, I believe. Someone used the queen charge from the top, and I don't know if you look. I couldn't replicate it, so it looked like it got lucky. I'll just say that. I'll leave it there. Same idea. I want to hit one Inferno at a time. There is some giant bombs. I freaking messed up on my spell count. I should have had a heal, but whatever. YOLO, right? That's what happens when you're not sharp when you are attacking. So let me pause here because this is the other tip that's important. See this mortar? It's under the intent. That's the start of my funnel. Okay, I don't want my army to circle the base too much to the left. I want them to group in a shallow jump right here where this wall piece is, in between these two. So looking at this right here, this mortar, right? It is aggroing the archer tower, the cannon, and why didn't I send it from the top side, right? Well, this cannon is why. So if the mortar goes down, it's going to go hit the next exposed defense, closest one, or the wall. More than likely, looking at the cannon line, as soon as this mortar goes down, if I drop it from the top, it's going to aggro this wall piece, which means it's not going to get the attention of this cannon, which means that cannon could really mess up my bowlers. And if I mess up my bowlers on this side that I invested a rage to, that hurts. I mean, I may not get the return on investment, I may fail. So if I push play, you'll see what I'm talking about. One other thing I noticed here is I wanted to send a golem to aggro this mortar, which gets the attention of that cannon, which is basically for my bowlers. But that archer tower is really why I sent this golem first. Once that archer tower gets distracted, I can send my tank loon towards the archer tower and then send my baby dragon behind it, and the baby dragon will get all of this by itself. So weird, but my combination of baby dragon with the second golem bowler combination being dropped, and my rage is down there because I definitely want a strong funnel down here, and you can see how that goes. Everything going fine. Shallow jump because I don't want my army to spread towards the right. The bowler reach alone will get all of that. And I want to stay away from this infernal tower. There's a double giant bomb there. That's the reason why I needed a heal. I could have gotten much more percentage, but I didn't. So though the main purpose of this video that I wanted to do, and then you can see at the top with the air defense is gone, it just opens up. I'll put a tank loon first just to make sure there's no black Sams, and there wasn't, so I got a crap ton percentage up top. But the main purpose of this was the finer details about where to enter from, how to set, which side to set your golem to, why you want to do that, the timing of why you want to do that, when to use a rage on that side, and why I did those small, the small details at the beginning that really set up this raid for success. You know, I saw an opportunity to culminate them all into one video, so sorry for the length. I hope those talking points were helpful for you. Once again, it's Brutus reminding you, you got to be better than a double, and I will check you next time.